afternoon. Libertas Audits here, back out in the downtown Atlanta, and we're gonna try. We'll see what happens. I was driving by and I see this Nathan Deal Judicial Center. And here's the interesting things, folks. There's no public parking here, just a fenced-in area for everybody to go to. Nobody coming in and out, and there's 2 patrol cars parked out front. So let's go in and find out what this is all about. Supreme Court of Georgia, Justices Court of Appeals. Maybe this is what that's about, but I'm not sure why there's no one here. How you doing, gentlemen?
Good. How about yourself?
All right. So, what is this?
This is the Supreme Court and Court of Appeals.
Ah, where it all happens.
Yes, sir.
Where the magic happens, as it says.
Yes, sir.
Can I get your name and badge numbers?
What's your name?
Sure. My name is Moses Little.
Little?
Badge number 311.
Yours?
Dexter Cladd, 945.
Thank you for honoring your code of conduct.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate that. So what do I need to get in here?
Well, where are you having to go?
I want to take a tour. I want to look around in my public building.
Okay, well, what we'll have to do is set you up for a tour.
Okay.
They have a person that actually handles tours.
So I can't go in there and just look around?
Not in this building.
Okay.
Under the rules of the Georgia Building Authority, policies that they made here.
Okay.
This is for touring. This is far as you can go here
Okay.
in this building. And there are policies that they made and for Georgia Building Authorities.
Okay.
Rules and these buildings here. So.
Gotcha. So what's the state statute that allows or prevents me from going in there? Not the rules or what they want to make up. Not trying to be difficult. I'm just trying to, it seems like we have to get permission
Yes.
to look at everything that is ours.
Right. Hold on just a moment. Let
Sure.
me get your supervisor.
That would be awesome. I'd appreciate that. And then while you're doing that, let me ask you this. Who is in, this is Georgia State Patrol. You guys are under the same umbrella as the Capitol? Or do you guys have a different supervisor?
Same supervisor.
Same supervisor.
We're
So,
the same supervisor.
so if I wanted to talk to, say, somebody higher up, who would I talk to? Where would I go to do that?
We would just call someone.
Okay, so you don't have like
Hey, Cole, how you doing?
a department or something like
Okay,
that you can go to?
Under Post 50, which is Capitol Hill.
Okay.
They,
Now, is there like a place where I can walk in and talk to somebody?
yes.
Okay, and where would that be?
Which is at 180 Central.
180 Central.
Yes.
Okay, now that's not the Capitol, right?
No, that's not the Capitol.
Okay, 180. So if I went in there.
That's actually the State Patrol Post.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'll look that up. I'll have to check that out because I want to have kind of a conversation
Okay.
with somebody a little bit
Okay.
higher up with an
Do that.
incident that I had at the
Okay.
state capitol last week.
Thanks, sir.
Now, what is your name?
My name's Carl.
Carl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carl, someone is coming, as say, these are the rules of the Georgia Building Authority, you know, their laws and their policies.
Okay. Well, I'm not concerned with policy so much as I am
Let me
with
explain
laws.
it to you.
Sure.
For the security of the public, of the people in the public, and the judges are here, and there is someone come to explain it to you even further.
Okay.
Reference to the code section. You'll
Fair
learn.
enough. I appreciate
I can
that.
give it to you, but I want to make sure this is paper written, and he's going to explain it to you when I supervise. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now, is that Kemp? Is that supposed to?
No, that's Governor
Governor who?
Deal.
Dio. Now, who is? Help me out here. I'm a newbie. I'm new
He was
to
the
Georgia.
governor prior
To
to
Kemp.
Governor.
Okay. And where's Kemp's picture? Is it? They just It doesn't look like it took that long to paint that, did it? He's been in almost 4 years now. I know you don't do the decor section of of this. But this is pretty cool.
What are you doing, a documentary or something?
Yeah, I'm just kind of seeing if our state officials honor their oath, our police honor their oath, and follow the Constitution, and at the same time, like I said, I'm new here, so I want to check out some of the history.
Okay. Where are you traveling from?
I'm originally from Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. Well, you enjoying your stay so far?
So far, man, I love it here. I've lived here for 2.5 years now, just about. Love it. Best move we ever made. Is the Supreme Court, do they have their cases throughout the year, or do they like the U.S. Supreme Court where they do it like and break it up?
They have them throughout the year.
Throughout the year. Gotcha. We got 4 cameras right for this little lobby here. Let me ask you something here, if you don't mind. So, when people come in that work here, do they have to go through that and that?
They normally have a badge.
Access to the rear.
Okay. And what does the badge do to prevent or for security?
I don't understand the question.
Well, if somebody wanted to do something nefarious, say they got angry at somebody, what does that badge do to prevent them from doing what anybody else, say like me, if I came in here, right? Mm-hmm. You put me through that to protect the justices and the judges, right? So what's preventing them, if they have a badge, from doing something bad?
Well, if they had an issue with their supervisor, they're probably going to have to turn their badge in.
No, let's just say person just doesn't get along with a person,
well,
right?
Let me say something. The badge is designed for them to come access into the office back and forth. Okay? We have no idea what's in their minds. We
Correct.
have no idea, just like you go to work like everybody else.
Right.
We have no idea what you're doing.
Right.
The building authority gives them access according to where they're working at, and that's what it's mainly for, to get them in and out of the building to their offices.
Gotcha. And this is just for curiosity's sake.
Right.
Okay.
We can't read the minds of people.
Exactly. So then, what makes them any different than me? Why do I go through that machine and not them?
Because they're employees, and Georgia Building Authority is giving them authority to come in after they've been checked.
No,
out
I
and
understand that.
So,
I understand the thought process, but let me ask you this. What do you think would happen if somebody did do something nefarious? Say there was an incident where the person went through with a badge, right? Went in, took somebody out here, or several people out. Do you think they would change the policy?
we don't know. We haven't had that happen here. I understand what you're saying.
Understand, but come on. They didn't used to make us take our shoes off, right? Before we got on an airplane until somebody put a bomb in their shoes, and then they did. See where I'm going with this?
Well, time brings about a change.
What's that?
Time.
Yeah.
So, like stated, we can't answer, what someone gonna do.
Right.
We can just hope and pray.
Gotcha. So they're kind of assumed innocent, right?
If they're employees of the state,
Yeah.
they have access,
Right. But at
to
the
get
end of the
into their
day,
workplace.
we would assume that they are innocent and no problem until something happens. You see where I'm going with the line of thought of this?
No,
Not really.
You're not really?
No.
Or you don't want to try to think about it?
No, so we're not.
I don't understand.
Well, the point is anybody can do anything at any time. Personally, I think that if security is there to protect the justices, then it should be applied to everybody
Well, we're here
evenly.
to protect you as well.
Me, I don't need protection. If I
Well,
could,
we're here for
you're
the
here just in
convenience
case.
to protect
Right,
you as well.
understood. But I don't have protection with me right now. I'm not dumb enough to walk in here with a firearm. But I have that ability to do that. Why can't I protect myself? You know, in Gonzalez versus Castle Rock, U.S. Supreme Court stated that the police, which is you, have no duty to protect me.
Okay.
Right? So we're all on our own in a sense. And that's where I'm trying to get the point across. Why are they special? I know they're employees, but if the issue is security, then how is that secure? You know, they don't let pilots on planes anymore without going. You know why? Because they had the same policy you guys did. They work for the airlines. Until somebody got on a PSA flight, a pilot, and took his co-pilot out and crashed a plane to the ground in California. See, that's the thing. We always, I don't want to say we, but the government always is reactionary instead of preventative.
And what state?
What's that?
What state did you say you was from?
I was from Arizona.
Arizona. How are the laws out there?
Constitutional carry. In fact, in Arizona, if you go to a municipal building, they have two choices. If they don't want you to carry a gun, they have to have lock boxes that you can do it. So when I walk out of here and walk to my car, I'm completely defenseless. I am at the mercy of whoever's got a gun that shouldn't have one. In Arizona, I can carry my gun up and hand it over to the police officer, and then I go in, and that protects them, and it protects me. And I think they should have that law here also, in Georgia. One shouldn't be disarmed because the government is afraid of their people, which they are. We got is this him coming up?
No. Who you got coming?
One of the supervisors coming in here, one from Ross, the other one. Hey, Larry.
You know, good.
Code to the building authority, I think it's 35, 122. The division of this is not law. You back about code. Law enforcement officer, chapter 2, Public Safety, Capitol Police Division, 35-122. It says the division shall have jurisdiction and prior duty to enforce all laws in Capitol Square and the property of buildings owned by the Georgia Building Authority within the 5-mile radius of Capitol Square.
Okay, so this is
The division shall have the following additional duties: to maintain peace and order, and enforce the laws and regulation regarding to control access to any building or property under control or operation of the Georgia Building Authority.
now what statute is that?
And that is concerning the Capitol Police, 35-122, to maintain peace and order, and enforce the laws and regulations relating to control access to Capitol Square.
Gotcha. And that's a state statute, correct? That's not
Yes, it
a
is.
police statute.
Well,
or,
that's a statute that's governed by the Georgia Building Authorities.
okay.
Okay.
Could I get a copy of that?
No, sir.
Okay.
I just read it on the internet. So,
Gotcha.
Which is our statute.
Okay.
Which one's coming down here? We understand what you're doing.
Just trying to hold people accountable, that's all. Right? Looks like we got a couple troopers coming up here. And that was off of 180. What was the address for the patrol?
This Capitol Hill.
Yeah, but Capitol Hill, where I can walk in and talk to, like, say, somebody up higher in regards to a situation that I had at the Capitol last week.
180 Central Avenue.
180 10th Avenue. Correct?
No, not 10th Avenue. It's 180 Central.
Central. Perfect.
It's right here.
Thank you so much. Look at
What's your
this.
last name again?
What's that?
What's your last name again?
Oh, I didn't give it.
I didn't think so.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. This is Sergeant Clayton and Sergeant Seymour.
How you doing, gentlemen? Do it. Can you get your badge numbers real quick? Thank you. And you?
187.
Thank you. So I'm coming in here just wondering why I can't have access to the building that we pay for.
It's controlled access because it houses some individuals in here that are important, and with all the threats that happen to this building to these people, we have to vet these people and make sure if you don't have business in here, then it's controlled access.
So what would be the reasonable articulate suspicion that you would have that I would cause any problems?
There's not any. It's just we have that here, and there's a lot of threats. The way this world is today, that's what we're coming to.
Understood, but we don't climb underneath the blankets and cover our heads, right? Because we're afraid of other people.
Right.
And I don't understand why this building is funded by the taxpayers, that we should not be able to go in and view the building that we pay for.
If you make an appointment, I'm sure they can set up a tour for you.
We just explained it to them. So it's
Okay. But I'm not sure why I have to make, I understand your reasoning, but I don't agree with everything.
It's an ask and answer, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
Yeah, no, understood. I got it on video, so I can do that, but I'm just not understanding the logic behind it.
Sorry.
Yeah, and you don't see my side?
I see your side, sir. Okay, but like I said, there's a tour you can set yourself up.
And he mentioned something, he read something to me, but what's the statute that prevents me from going in there? Not like rules, because we're not governed by so much rules, right? Anybody can set rules. You guys are law enforcement, right? Not rules enforcement.
So the Georgia Building Authority owns this building, okay, as well as the buildings on Capitol Hill. And we follow their policies, which Georgia Law under 59.9 allows us to set those policies.
Okay, so it's Georgia 59.9?
15-9.
15-9. Okay, I'll have to review that. I appreciate that. So let me ask you this. Since I'm already here, maybe save me a trip. I took a visit over there to the Capitol last week. A week after Sergeant Fraser, or Trooper Fraser, made himself famous for acting unprofessional on YouTube. I went in there and I asked one of the troopers there his name. I asked him a minimum of 7 times. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is not and I'm talking to him just like I'm talking to you gentlemen. I'm not being a jerk. I believe you can get more out of being cordial and professional than being a jerk. Asked him no less than 7 times what his name and badge number was, and he refused to give it to me. Now I have the code of conduct in my back pocket right here, and it literally states that when asked by the public in your official duties that you are to give your name and badge number. So how do I go about finding out who he is and filing a complaint for misconduct?
Well, I think you already know who he is.
No.
You explained that to me if you know who he is.
No.
You called him up.
No. I was watching a video who Sergeant or Trooper Fraser was in this video. When I went there the following week, that trooper was not there. Most likely removed for his atrocious behavior to the people that went in there.
Okay.
With that being said, there was another trooper in there. And he refused. Now I did put an open records request, but how can I go down and get out a complaint form?
You can go over to 959 United Avenue, which is where headquarters is.
Okay.
Or you can call the main number and they'll take it.
Okay, well, trying to get a hold of somebody at the main number is next to impossible. I tried it multiple times. And then they told me it was on 180 Central. So is it the
180
address?
Central is the state patrol post over here. 959 United Avenue is the main headquarters.
That's the main headquarters. So if I went over there, that's where I need to go to find out who was working that bus.
Public information office if you wish to find out how to do an open record, yes.
Okay.
You can go online, you can Google Georgia State Patrol.
Well, I did that. I did send in a request, and I did have to send in pictures of them because he wouldn't identify. And those badges, the name tags, are very small and sitting behind a desk. And So I want to, it's just unprofessional. I mean, treat the public with respect. I've treated all of you gentlemen with respect. That's the way I treat them. And I treat those who treat me. So it works both ways. And it's very frustrating that the contempt he was showing by just not giving his name and badge was very unprofessional. And that's antithesis to what your code of conduct states. Gentlemen, I appreciate it. I'm not going to push it any farther. Let's set up an appointment so I can get a tour of this. Now, let me ask you this. So I get a tour, do I get to go? I have to be escorted? By the way, they wanted my ID over there. I did not give it to them, but they did escort me, and that trooper, another trooper, was getting in the way of my video. I mean, I don't know who they're working under over there, but they were all very unprofessional, the opposite of you guys. And it's very frustrating. The police already have enough issues with their perception with the public, and when they act like that, it just reinforces what they see, right? We're all, I mean, you guys got videos all over the place. We're always under a watchful eye. We all have to be thinking of how we act and present ourselves to the public, even me. And the way I act, I can't, I work for a company. This is my side job. If I was to act like that officer or did something like that while I was on job, I wouldn't have my job very long. But anyways, how do we get a tour set up?
Okay, I'm gonna give you Kathleen Joyner.
Okay.
Do you need me to write down?
Just go ahead and give it to me, and I'll watch it on the video.
Okay, Kathleen Joyner, 446519385.
Okay.
Or Naya Indoor.
Okay.
You should give her the regular public information
That is
not
it.
on the teacher.
No, that is it.
Okay.
Okay, which is 446631884.
Perfect. Again, gentlemen, thank you for your professionalism. I appreciate it. One more time for that address. I want to head over there, and that is
959 United Avenue.
959. So how would I go about, what's the best way? I'll just put it in my GPS.
Yeah, give it to you.
Okay,
You
95.
asked earlier where was Capitol headquarters.
Right.
Probably gave you 180 Central.
Okay, so is that correct?
This is
So,
DPS headquarters you asked for.
so those troopers over there would fall under the 180.